Hello, everyone, and welcome to the English Learning Podcast by English Speaking Practice, the podcast where we learn the English that people really use in their daily lives. I'm Maria, and I'm so happy you're here with me today. Today, we are going to do something very practical and very powerful. We are going to learn the essential phrases that will help you speak more fluently in everyday situations. Have you ever felt that you know a lot of English words, but it's difficult to put them together in a natural-sounding sentence? If so, this episode is for you. Before we begin, if you enjoy learning English in this relaxed and simple way, please take just a moment to subscribe to our channel. It's the best way to support us, and it means you'll never miss a new lesson. Your support helps us create more content just like this. So go ahead and click that subscribe button now. Thank you so much. All right. In this episode, we are not doing any difficult grammar exercises. This is a listening-only session. Your job is just to relax and listen. I will guide you through different parts of a typical day and teach you the common phrases that native speakers use in those moments. Are you ready to start sounding more natural? Wonderful. Let's begin. Part 1. Phrases for the morning. Let's start our journey at the beginning of the day, the morning. The morning is full of routines, and there are many common phrases that we use when we wake up. A friendly and energetic phrase you might hear is rise and shine. This is a cheerful way to say wake up and get out of bed. You might say this to your children or a friend to wake them up in a happy way. After you get up, it's time for breakfast. Many people are busy in the morning, so they don't have a big meal. A very common phrase is, I'll just grab a coffee. To grab something means to get it quickly, so this phrase means you are just having a quick coffee because you don't have much time. You can also grab a bite to eat, which means to get a quick snack or a small meal. When you are ready to leave the house for work or school, you might be in a hurry. A phrase you can use is, I'm running late. This is the perfect way to say that you don't have enough time and you might be late for your appointment or job. For example, you can say to your family, I have to go now. I'm running late. Another useful phrase for the morning is on the go. If you are on the go, it means you are very busy and moving from one place to another. For example, I don't have time for a big breakfast because I'm always on the go in the mornings. And finally, when you see your colleagues at work or your friends at school, a great question to ask is, how's your morning going? It's a friendly and specific way to ask how they are, and it's a great conversation starter. Part 2. Phrases for work and study. Now, let's move into the main part of the day for many people, work or study. There are many phrases that are very common in a professional or academic environment. When it's time to start a meeting or a serious task, you might hear someone say, let's get down to business. This phrase means, let's stop the small talk and start working on the important topic. It's a way to focus the group. During a project, you often need to talk with your team to make sure everyone has the same information. A very common phrase for this is, let's touch base. To touch base means to have a short conversation or meeting to get an update on progress. For example, your boss might say, let's touch base on Wednesday to see how the project is going. When you are working with others, it's very important that everyone understands the plan in the same way. A great phrase for this is, are we on the same page? If you are on the same page, it means you have the same understanding and are in agreement. It's a very useful question to ask to avoid confusion. Sometimes, you need to work very hard to finish something before a specific time. This time is called a deadline. A common phrase is, I'm working against the clock. This means you have very little time to finish a big task and you are feeling the pressure. And when you finish your work for the day, a very satisfying phrase to use is, "That's a wrap." This phrase comes from the movie industry and it means, "We have finished this task or project successfully." You can also say, "Let's call it a day," which means, "Let's stop working for today." Part 3. Phrases for socializing and making plans. After work or on the weekends, it's time for your social life. Let's learn some natural phrases for making plans with friends. A very common and casual way to invite someone to spend time with you is to ask, "Do you want to hang out?" To hang out means to spend time together in a relaxed way, without a very specific plan. It's a low-pressure invitation. If you haven't seen a friend in a long time, a great suggestion is, "We should catch up soon." To catch up means to talk and share all the news in your lives since the last time you saw each other. It's a warm and friendly phrase when you are making a plan. A polite and flexible question to ask is, "What works for you?" This is a great way to ask what time or day is convenient for the other person instead of just suggesting what is good for you. If a friend makes a suggestion that you like, you can say, "That sounds good to me," or simply, "Sounds good." This is a very natural and positive way to agree with a plan. But what if you can't go? You need a polite way to say no. A fantastic phrase for this is, "I'd love to, but I have to take a rain check." To take a rain check is an idiom that means you cannot accept the invitation now, but you would like to have the same invitation again in the future. It's a very polite way to decline. Part 4. Phrases for evening and relaxation. Finally, the day is ending, and it's time to relax. Here are some phrases for your evening routine. After a long day, the first thing you want to do is relax. A common phrase for this is, "I need to wind down." To wind down means to relax and calm your mind after a period of stress or activity. For example, "I like to listen to music to wind down after work." If you are feeling very tired, you can say, "I'm beat," or "I'm wiped out." Both of these are very natural, informal ways to say, "I'm extremely tired." For example, "I can't go out tonight. I'm completely beat." What if you don't want to do anything special? What if you just want to stay at home? You can say, "I'm just going to have a quiet night in." A night in is an evening that you spend at home relaxing instead of going out. When it's time to go to sleep, there are many informal phrases besides "go to bed." A very common one is, "I think I'm going to hit the sack," or "It's time for me to hit the hay." Both "hit the sack" and "hit the hay" are fun informal idioms that simply mean to go to bed. And finally, a lovely phrase you can say to someone before they go to sleep is, "Sleep tight." It's a warm and caring way to say, "I hope you sleep well." And there you have it, a collection of essential, natural phrases for your daily life, from the moment you rise and shine until it's time to hit the hay. As you can see, the English that people use in real life is full of these colorful and useful expressions. The key to fluency is not just to know the words, but to know the phrases that connect them. I hope this listening session has helped you feel more familiar with them. My challenge for you this week is a simple one. Choose just one or two of these new phrases that you really liked. Just one or two, and try to use them this week. You can say them to yourself, write them in a journal, or try them with a friend. The goal is to make them a part of your active vocabulary. Thank you so much for listening today on the English Learning Podcast. It has been a pleasure to be your guide. Now, if you found this episode helpful and you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It helps our community grow. Until next time, keep listening, keep learning, and speak up. Bye-bye.